My whole adult life, from the age of 15, I'm 32 years old, has been as an addict. And my daughter, she's growing up without a dad right now. In county jail, I got to see her through the glass. Every week I could see her for 15 minutes. I got out and I was out about a year. I was there for her second birthday. It's the only birthday I've got to be there for her. I threw her a big birthday party, invited all my friends' kids. We had cake, had all kinds of toys, and it was a great party. It's one of my highlights of my life was that party. But that was when she was 2, and her birthday is November 2nd, so she's fixing to be 6, and I've been gone ever since. Well, I'm from the country, so, I spent my childhood out in the woods, my BB gun and my dogs. And you're kind of limited on your friends there because it is such a small place, and your neighbors are kind of your friends, which that was, kind of led me into the drugs. It's like a roller coaster ride, and you never know where it's going to lead. And the people you hurt along the way, you don't realize you're hurting until years later. There's a lot of people, who've done was really good and supportive for me, and I feel like I let a lot of people down, Sometimes you need to be taken out of that cycle and be incarcerated, That's what it took for me to get out of that cycle. From the Carver Center, first thing you have to do is you have to find transportation. Either your bus pass or you have to be able to locate your way around the city to know how far you can walk to get there because you have a time schedule. They have to keep track for you and you have to meet the time schedule. And then you got to talk to the employer and be like, you got to sit down with them and be like, hey, I'm at the Carver Center. I want to work. I'm going to be a good worker for you. And then you got to explain to them your background. You got to tell them, I do have this background. There is going to be a little bit of extra paperwork, you're going to have to fill out to send to my case manager. You give them all these new things they have to do, and they're like, well, if I hire this other guy, I ain't got to do all that. For me, it's hard to talk to someone I don't really know, especially to share all my failures. It's hard to share your failures with someone who you're wanting, you're trying to get to work with you. And, sometimes they don't care. They say, well, we just can't hire you with that kind of a charge. And I was expecting, you go right there, you get a job immediately, and, just you get money on your books finally, you have some money to support yourself, you feel good about yourself and all this. Then I get there and it's like, wow, there's all these people who are going through this struggle. And, they can't find jobs and they're out there looking and I can tell that they're working hard and they want a job, they want to work. And it was kind of brought me down at first. I thought, oh man, just send me back. It's easier there, I got a job. I may not get paid for it, but I got a job. Before I came here, I talked to some guys. So what's this team? What's it about? Are they serious? Or are they just filling us full of hot air? No, he says they're finding people jobs. They're working with them. They're actually, they're real. They're real people. This isn't just, a big fake thing that they do. I show up here and everyone's smiling and happy. All these people are sitting down and talking to you like you're just one of their friends. Like they've known you forever and they're not judging you. They don't even care about your charges. They know you're in prison, but they don't care. You're just another human to them, It just makes the transition much more easier to be with people who treat you right. Like, the whole time I've been locked up, I'm inmate codes number 517880. I get here and everyone's calling me Justin. I'm almost like, who's Justin? Oh yeah, that's me, That's who I am. That's who I'm gonna be. That's who I want to be. I don't like being inmate codes, I don't want to be. That's not where my future is. I'm Justin. I'd never, had an email, I'd never done job searches online. I knew what Google was, but I'd never Googled anything in my life. I didn't know, how great of a tool that was. So one of the first things I do was first classes was keyboarding navigation. So I get in there, I learn to use Microsoft Word. I build my resume up, cover letters, stuff like that. And then I'm like, well, what if one of them does want me? I don't know nothing about the company, and they're just Google it. Well, Google. So show me how to do the Google thing. So they show me Google. You just Google your employer. It tells you the address, where it's at. I feel like, I have a story I can share with a bunch of people who are going through the exact same struggle as me, and maybe they can take it and implement some of it into their lives. Everyone goes through struggles, but it's not the struggles you go through that determines who you are. It's what you do with them struggles, how you overcome them, where you end up in the end. It's not where you've come from, it's where you end up. There's a lot of statistics in there that are really, really makes you think. Like some of the percentages of kids who have incarcerated parents, what the percentage for them to become incarcerated is. And that's like, wow, man, I gotta change this cycle. When I'm with her, I feel alive, It's like I have a reason to do everything I'm doing. I love her. I could be happy just spending every day just kicking it with her, And she thinks her daddy does no wrong. I don't know where she got this impression. I want her to remember the positive stuff from here on out, not this stuff that's behind me that's following me along everywhere I go. It's gonna be a great day, when I can be there with her, when I can take her to these ball games, when I can be there for, all of her firsts. I've already missed so many firsts, but I'm gonna be there for so many more firsts. And all this is gonna be behind us, and we're not even gonna be thinking about it at that time. It's gonna be like, we've got so much going for us. Look where we're at now.